Might
So,
be doing it over Zoom.
oh yeah, here we are. Right, we are live in a Zoco Facebook group, and it's Thursday afternoon. So remember, Zoco members, it can be any time. You got 10, 15 minutes. You want to jump on live with me in the group? Just let me know. This afternoon, I'm a privilege to welcome Caroline Edwards. Good afternoon, Caroline.
Hello.
No, but Caroline Edwards is the co-founder, owner, CEO, chief dog's body at the Really Helpful Club. Is that right?
No, so I'm the events director. The
Um,
CEO and founder is Sarah
Oh,
Austin.
Sarah, you're the event director. So first of all, tell me a little bit more about the Really Helpful Club, please.
Yeah, sure. So it was created 8 years ago, and Sarah founded it, and I joined shortly afterwards. And it's really a network to get people together in a community, and that's what we've created. We've got 15,000 members now, which is amazing, given we've never advertised for members. We've
Hmm.
literally grown organically.
Hmm.
And it's all about helping one another. So it started off with a forum where you could recommend businesses. So if you had a great gardener, a pet groomer, whatever it might be. And it's really grown from there. So we now have the directory, and that is just a collection of fantastic businesses that have been recommended to us either by our members or people that we've met through networking.
Hmm.
And those are all meant to be there for people to browse. So it's completely free to join the Really Helpful Club. So you can go and browse the directory and learn about fantastic businesses that are pretty local. I mean, we have some businesses that are
Hmm.
further afield, but Sarah's based in Wimbledon, I'm in Kingston, so Southwest London.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's grown exponentially, actually. It's
Okay.
incredible.
And it wasn't, was it originally, was it women only, or was it always mixed?
No, it's never been only women, but it's just grown that way. I mean, I
Right.
think women are very, very good at recommending things to each other.
Hmm.
By word of mouth network is really strong for women. So it's just grown that way. So we've got 95% of our membership is female, but
Hmm.
it's just happen chance. It's just the way it's grown.
Fine. And you mentioned the word networking a few times. I mean, what does networking mean to you? Why do you network?
Um, to meet really interesting people that we could potentially collaborate with. So
Hmm.
meet fantastic businesses, small
Hmm.
business owners that could maybe benefit from being in the directory, that we could recommend to other people, that we can collaborate with in
Hmm.
events. So we're very much for supporting small business owners. And
Hmm.
so meeting them through networking is a fantastic way to grow our own network.
Hmm. Good. And you segue beautifully. You were collaboration. So we're here to talk about a big event on the 1st of March in Roehampton. So what's happening on the 1st of March in Roehampton, Caroline?
Okay, well, in my world, on the 1st of March is going to be our Back to Birth Business Conference, which we've been running now for the last 7 years. And it's an annual event. It's all about getting people to take the next steps. So whether that's returning to work after some kind of career break, whether it's looking after parents or maternity leave, for example, paternity leave, so it's either for that or for creating a small business or for expanding a small business. So many small business owners start something and they have this amazing idea, but they don't know how to grow it. They don't know how to make it into an effective business. And so the Back to Business Conference really is there for all of those people. So returners, startups, and then existing small business owners.
Okay, and even sort of corporate people who are thinking about entering the world of self-employment, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so for example, if you're bored at work and decided you want to have a change, this is a perfect event for you because there's going to be everything there from inspirational speakers in the morning to then practical workshops in the afternoon.
Mm.
And there really is something for everyone.
But please tell us some more about the speakers. Who's speaking?
Yeah, sure. We've got great speakers this year. So we're very fortunate to be sponsored by a fantastically innovative company called Y-Tree, and their handle is Financial Life Intelligence. So they will be providing a speaker called Eliana Sides, who is a financial advisor. She is actually a career change example. So she was working in tech and she decided that she needed to earn a bit more money. And so she then moved over to being a financial advisor. So she's going to be talking about your path to financial freedom. And if you look Y Tree up, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody, small business owners, families, individuals, to actually plan for their future. And that it's actually more about the life you lead rather than the money you have. So it's a really strong message. So that's going to be the topic of her speech. Then we've got Baroness Nicky Morgan, who used to be an MP, is now in the House of Lords, and she's going to be talking about the effect that government and industry can have on getting women in particular to return to work after a career break. What can be done by industry, what can be done by government to regulate things and make it easier, because there's so much wasted talent out there. Honestly, there are so many women that I know who, for whatever reason, didn't go back to work after maternity leave, and that they just were brilliant in what they did, and now they're just wasted. So she's going to be looking at what government and what industry can do to improve that situation. Then we've got Stephanie Betts, who is an entrepreneur extreme. She is going to be talking about her business, London and Avalon, which is a high-end linen business that she built completely from her kitchen table. She's also a financial expert as well. She works in the city, but from her kitchen table she built this now global brand of fantastic linen. So she's going to be talking about the challenges that one has building a business, and also the benefits, the privileges that it creates for you, and how much fun you can have with it. And then we've got Esther Stanhope, the impact guru, who, if you don't follow her on social media, you absolutely have to. She's fantastically great fun. And she's going to be talking about imposter syndrome, which affects men and women, actually. But it's interesting because, in the press, you would think it's only a female issue, but actually it's not. Especially if you're pitching, I think, for business, a lot of men feel really uncomfortable and they think, oh gosh, no one's going to believe me. No one wants to work with me. And of course, that can be a real hindrance, especially if you're a small business owner and you're having to pitch your business all the time. So Esther's fantastic, and she's going to be talking about that. And then the last speaker we have is Rob Gardner, who used to be with St James's Place. So he was a financial guy, and he has now moved over to Rebalance Earth and is going to be looking at the effect that small businesses, large businesses, industry can have on climate change. So carbon capture and all that kind of thing. Very interesting to see his new world, really. For having been in finance, he's now moved into a completely different atmosphere and change. So those are our speakers. Then in the afternoon, we've got lots of practical workshops. So lots of Zoco members, which is great. So we've got Alex Hughes is going to be doing one on sustainability for small business owners. We've got Denise Murphy, who's going to be talking about how important it is to look after yourself if you're remote working all the time.
Totally.
Get out, you must network, you must look after your own health. And some of us just completely forget this, and we just sit in our rooms working all the time. But it's really important to have a sort of HR for yourself. Then we're very excited that we've got the head of SEO and digital marketing from Vodafone coming to speak to us on exactly that topic. So, I mean, how privileged are we to have someone from Vodafone,
absolutely,
their game, coming to experience people. And then how to outsource the jobs you hate with Melissa Gage from Spare My Time. And then finally, we've got financial independence from Y Tree again. And we have Victoria McLean from City CV, which I'm sure a lot of people know Victoria. She's absolutely fantastic in the whole career change, building up a CV, LinkedIn, that kind of thing. She's a fantastic, again, she's an international speaker on this. So we're extremely lucky to have her.
So there are exhibitors as well. I mean, are the talks, are they in another room? So it happens throughout the day, yeah?
Yes, so the talks are all morning and they're just in the main conference room. Right. And then the workshops are in the afternoon, and you can pick and choose from those.
Yeah.
So, if there's something that really interests you, then you can go to that one. And then there are 3 sessions, so you can basically curate that side for yourself and create an afternoon that's worthwhile for you. And then, exhibitors. You are exhibiting, which is fantastic. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you for your support. So we've got lots of exhibitors, different people in different aspects of small business building, looking after Wimbledon nannies, for example, are coming. So, for example, when you go back to work, you obviously have to think of childcare. You have to think of all of those domestic things that you're going to have to outsource to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got plenty of exhibitors, and then the lovely Jo Robbins, also a Zoco member, is going to be taking the photographs.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fantastic day to network and meet lots of other people. The networking can be really, really valuable. I told everybody yesterday at the meeting that in 2018, somebody came along, a small business owner, and happened to talk to an angel investor who was there, just sort of chatting to people. And as a result of that, she got a huge amount, I think it was £150,000 worth of funding for her business. So events like this can be really life-changing, and we hope that people will come along. For Zoco members, it's only £30. I mean, you could spend £30 going to Pizza Express, for goodness sake, and it's an entire day of, you know, fantastic skills, fantastic workshops, and amazing speakers, and then plenty of networking. So yeah, we really hope that lots of people will come along. We're almost sold.
You almost sold out, didn't you?
Yeah, we've only got 18 places left. In fact, I think now it's 17. I just got an email to say that we've just sold another ticket. So 17 places left. It's only in Roehampton. It's Roehampton University, very easy to get to. And if you can't make the whole day, then come for whatever you can and make the most of it.
Remind me of the times on March the 1st. Sure.
So we're registration at 8:30, talk starting then at 9:30. That will run through to about 1 o'clock, and then we'll have a break for lunch, and then 2 until 3:30. So if people have got school runs to do, they can go off and do those. So it's basically from 9:30 to 3:30 is the full program.
And you mentioned lunch, and being the man I am, I need to know, okay, what facilities are there on site to buy lunch or coffee and stuff?
Lunch, everything's included. So we're including breakfast, a sort of light breakfast, croissant and yogurts and all that kind of thing, and then there's going to be a coffee break. Then there's a lunch, a buffet lunch, which is lots of finger food, sort of, I think we've got goujons of something or other. So it's going to be everything included. No, I mean, it's complete one-stop shop. We've got fantastic sponsors who have allowed us to put this on, to keep the ticket price, and to be very generous actually with things like food. We've got full videography coming as well. So yeah, it's going to be a great day.
I'm a bit snob about my coffee, Caroline. Is it? I mean, you know, you can't say now, but is it any good? You don't know.
I'm not a coffee drinker. Sorry, I only drink tea. You'll have to ask someone else.
I'll have to ask somebody else. Yeah. Okay. So as I said, there is a promo code available to Zoco members. Okay, and I will put the link below this live with the link to book and the promo code. Okay. So the full price is 45.
45, that's right, and we bring it down to 30 then for Zoco members,
including breakfast and lunch. I did not realize food was included. This is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff people want to know about. Okay, all that stuff is lovely, but do I get fed? I don't know. Do I bring food? Do I go out for food? Well, no, food's included. So fantastic.
Oh no, you won't go hungry, I promise you.
Okay. Well, I can't. Well, I'm designing a leaflet to bring along with me, so I'm getting that designed and printed beforehand. So yeah, plenty of time. What about 10 days? Loads of time to get it designed and printed. Absolutely loads of time. So good. So 1st of March, Roehampton, sort of 8:30 until the afternoon, basically. Yeah. Exhibitors, stands, chats, food. What do we miss, Caroline?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. It's a full program. There's no doubt about it. There's not going to be a minute to spare. And I think a bit like yesterday's meeting, we might overrun. I'm going to have to be very careful with the timekeeping.
Good. Okay. And if next time, perhaps I should run some speed networking for you. I could do some speed networking session. Do that in person. Okay. All right. So I have warned you, and we have discussed it briefly, Caroline, something about you that people might not know and might find surprising. that you love your dancing and all kind of dancing.
Yes, I love dancing. So yeah, as a child, I did a lot of ballet and was going to be sent up for an audition to the Royal Ballet School, but they thought I was going to be too tall. And if anyone has ever met me in real life, that is probably the most hilarious assumption, because I'm only 5'2".
Okay.
So I definitely would not have been.
I mean, you must have got to 5'2" at about 4 or 5 or something. That was it. Oh, wow.
I think I was 5'2" at 10, and I think, she's going to be a giant.
Okay.
Absolutely hilarious looking back on it. And then since then, I've always danced. University, I've done aerobics classes since I was about 18 and only stopped last year. So yeah, I love dancing. And if you go to any night out with me, my friends will always say, "Oh, Caroline will be on the dance floor," and that is absolutely for sure. I love dancing. I just
And you
think
said you got line dancing coming up. I've never tried. I'm aware of it, but you're doing line. Have you done it before?
I've never done line dancing. I've done something equivalent like a ceilidh in
Yeah.
Scotland, but I've never done line dancing. Yes, it's a party that I'm going to actually in Scotland, but there's a Western theme, and the whole evening is going to be full of line dancing, which is going to be hilarious.
And are you a ballroom dancer? Have you done proper ballroom dancing?
No, I've
No.
never done that. My parents were amazing ballroom dancers, and I used to remember seeing them. My father sadly died at the age of 60, but I remember seeing them dance, and they were so elegant together.
Yeah.
I think I just got put off on the basis I could never be as good as them, so I'd do
Well,
something completely.
you're Kingston, you see, so you're almost next to Kelly's dance studio, where they do Strictly every year.
I know. I absolutely should give it a go. So yeah, it's something I've never tried, but I would like to. My husband and I, we learned to waltz for the first dance that we did at our wedding, and I think
That,
that was the end
that's
of our career
That's
in
the last time we've
balloon.
done any dancing. Yeah, but I'm so looking forward to the 1st of March. Okay, Caroline, yeah, it's been lovely working with you. We collaborate. You come to the Zoco meeting, so I love collaborating with you. So yeah, I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. As I said before, I will drop the link below immediately. And the promo code brings it down 45 to £30. That's 50. It's 50. It's 30% off, isn't it?
30%
33%.
discount. It's not bad,
33%
really.
discount, absolutely. 33.333 recurring. But remember, all the food's included. So get in there, I tell you. Caroline, it's so lovely chatting. We're going to carry on chatting. I'm going to stop this live. Any final word before we wrap things up, Caroline?
No, just thanks for having me. I haven't done a live with you before, and it's great fun. So actually, I recommend it to anybody. Don't be scared, honestly. He doesn't ask lots of awkward questions.
Why would you be scared? Come on, life's too short. Anyway, right, don't go anywhere, Caroline. Thank you. I'll stop this. Lovely chatting. Thank
All
you.
right, thanks.